Alright, let's talk about whatever we saw in Cleveland. The Dolphins come into this game at 1-5, the Browns come in also at 1-5, and somehow Miami is able to make the 2025 Cleveland Browns look like Super Bowl contenders, losing in embarrassing fashion 31-6. This was supposed to be a get-right game for Miami. Instead, it turned into an utter embarrassment. Tua had one of the worst outings of his career, throwing 3 interceptions, including a brutal pick six to Tyson Campbell on literally the first play after halftime. This was basically the dagger in the coffin, as after his 3rd interception on the afternoon, Mike McDaniel had seen enough and decided to bench Tua in favor of Quinn Ewers. Meanwhile, give Cleveland credit. Rookie quarterback Dylan Gabriel handled his business, and Quinshon Judkins has become a monster in the Cleveland Browns backfield. 3 rushing touchdowns on the day, punishing Miami's defense all afternoon, and their defense was tenacious, getting in the face of each Miami quarterback as they forced 4 turnovers between both Quinn Ewers and Tua Tagovailoa on an afternoon where they completely stifled Miami's offense. The Browns moved to 2-5, and honestly, they might have found something, as Quinshon Judkins seems to be the centerpiece of their offense. But the real story from this game is the continuing unraveling of the Miami Dolphins. This team is spiraling. After a drama-filled week where Tua essentially throws his teammates under the bus, he followed it up by having one of his worst performances of the season, coming up with a completely dreadful performance, throwing 3 interceptions, bringing his season total to 10. And that ties him with Geno Smith for most interceptions in the league, and that's not exactly company you want to keep. And you can note the tension between Tua and Mike McDaniel is becoming impossible to ignore. You could see the frustration on Mike McDaniel's face after that 3rd interception, and the post-game comments didn't help, as McDaniel had a subtle jab saying, "I really hope he doesn't throw 10 interceptions." If that's not just smoke, that's a full-on fire. The ugly truth is that the Miami Dolphins are stuck. Cutting Tua next year would cost them nearly $80 million in dead cap, so unless a miracle trade partner happens where to help their financial situation, this football team is a dumpster fire. And the big question is, how does Miami even begin to dig themselves out of this mess? Because right now, it feels like they're a long ways away from even playing competitive football.